Welcome to World of Braiding and Extensions. Here our focus is to give you glamorous looking natural hairstyles without any chemicals. So our reason for doing that is to help you achieve healthy, glowing, glossy hair, and this we've done over the years. So today we're going to do something amazing like we've always done. We call it the hair extensions. Now this is the hair extensions part of our business, and as usual we want to empower you with this skill that will help you achieve so much. You're going to find out with a skill like this you're going to be able to have so many clients, and the beauty of this type of extensions is you can use it on any race, black, Asian, Caucasian. Everybody can wear this type of hair extensions, and today you're going to see an amazing, beautiful, gorgeous client we have for you to see, and we are going to create this wonderful hairstyle on her, and you will see the big difference. Now the beauty about this type of extensions that we're going to do today is damage free. Once you do it properly, which is what we're going to show you, your client's hair will grow and there's no chemical involved, and as long as you're the professional doing it, which is what we're going to show you, there will be no damage in your client's hair. So welcome on board, and just keep your eyes peeled on what's going to be coming your way. So what are extensions? Extensions are anything artificial you add onto your hair. People tend to get a bit confused about what extensions are. Again, we have created videos and DVDs to make you understand what extensions are. Now the unique thing about extensions is to understand how to install them. There's so many ways of installing extensions. There's the braid extensions, there's the weave extensions, there's regular strand by strand extensions, and then there's the line extensions. So today we're going to be giving you the track extensions, but not just track extensions, because we've done a few other track extensions. Today we're going to create what is known as the skip track weave extensions. So we're going to be putting lines of extension and skipping some tracks and then add more lines, and that is one of the most popular techniques in the tracking extensions, which has become one of our really popular range of hairstyle. So today we said we're creating the skip track extensions, and I want you to meet my gorgeous model. And here is my gorgeous model, Christina. So Christina is going to be showing off her lovely track extensions. Now this is Christina's natural hair. So here it is. But why would we need extensions? We need extensions to bring volume, we need extensions to bring length, and sometimes we need extensions to bring texture and color. So there's so many reasons we need extensions. I mean, it takes so long to grow hair, and this is one of the biggest reasons we all need extensions. You can see my braid extensions. So from time to time, you don't want to just keep carrying your own hair, you just want to add a bit of something to it to give you a bit of, a versatile look. And so you see people like me putting a bit of blonde color in front, and at the back is darker, just to again highlight your image, not just to look boring. So this is one of the reasons we from time to time add extensions to hair, bring the length, bring the color, bring the volume. So that's what we're doing today. Today we're going to add length to Christina's hair, and you're going to see the difference between her natural long hair, which is not short at all, but we're going to make it a lot longer. Okay, so naturally you want to know what we're going to be using to create this amazing look we've talked about. So first is the hair extension, and this extension is 20 inches that we're going to be working with. Then what are the other materials? We will need the needle. So I got here 4 needles, and I've got in them the weaving thread. So weaving thread is very important, because some people think it's just a sewing thread. No, it's not just a sewing thread, because if it's not weaving thread, they have a way of snapping. These ones are very strong, and they can withstand a lot of washing. Then we need a rubber band, and this particular one I got from a shop called Claire's here in the UK, but there are other types that are not necessarily brand names. So that's that. And then you need your brush to be able to brush the hair through. You need your clips to hold the hair where you're working with it. I also work with this type of clip because it helps me to hold the hair in place. And then the next most important thing is a bit of regular braid extensions. Now this is going to help me create the tracks that I want to stitch on. And then naturally my tail comb to work with, and then I will need the blade to be able to create prepare the hair extensions for me to stitch them in, and then of course my scissors to trim the threads out when I do the work. So those are your materials. Let's get started. So to get the track started, you have to create the sections. Now what we've done is first take away. Now remember, whenever you're creating extensions on a Caucasian client, you do not mess around with the crown. The crown has to be naturally her hair. Naturally, when you're working with Caucasian hair, you must have water in your hands. Why do we need water? Because it helps to dampen the hair. If the hair is not dampened, there is no way you're going to be able to create your cornrows. So this is not a cornrow video, so you may not necessarily hear me tell you how to create cornrows here. If you needed to understand cornrows, we do have DVDs for cornrows. So now what happens when you're creating track extensions, you're not saying the first line of cornrow is your full track. So what you're going to find is I will go from left and then I'll go from right, and then they meet in the middle, and that becomes our first track. So it's not the first line of cornrow that is the track. People tend to mistake it and confuse that to what it should be. Now once that's done, remember adding, okay, so I've created what we now call a track. So you see the cornrow coming from the left and it's coming from the right, and they both met in the middle. You see what happens with this afterwards. Now skip track, which is what we keep explaining and trying to really highlight, is the fact that you take a section of her hair and drop to cover that track that we just created. So that's what's happened here. I've created the cornrow that I'm going to stitch on, and I've created a section of Christina's hair to cover that part. So I'm going to clip that away because I don't need that track, the extra track that's on it. That's what we call a skip track. We have skipped that track, and I'm going to create another track now. So okay, so we've done 2 tracks so far, and now we're on the 3rd track. Now when I get to the end of the section that I've created, which you can see me on now, I finish, and then I turn my hands and create a little plait to finish it off a bit. Okay, so we finished our cornrows, or practically our tracks. Now you can see this is the top track. From there, stopping there, and from there, stopping there. You see how we overlapped it, so they're sitting over each other. The 3rd track, remember we're skipping the track, so this hair that we skipped is sitting over the 3rd track. So that's our 3rd track. And then more volume, right? You want more volume?
Yeah, it's really thick.
So now we're ready to stitch. Now if you look through this, you see how scanty this part is. There's not much hair here. So what I'm going to do, there's no point stitching weft on the hair when there's no hair on it. So I'm going to take off that part that's very scanty, and I put it in. Again, that needle stay facing up. Remember the rule, it has to face up. And the same. And I've got to the point where I've completely stitched in all the little bit of wefts that was hanging out. Make sure you're holding it down. See that? Completely held down. Don't let it flap over, and don't let your thread go over it. Let your thread stay on top of it. And when you get to the very beginning, you remember how we knotted it last time? A few times before you finally pull through. and that's definitely sealing it down for good. Okay, so now we've got to the final track. So our 4 tracks are in now. First track, second track, third track, final track. So what you then do is go back on yourself and take out the cornrow that you used to take away the hair that we did not want to work with. So I'm taking all of that out. So cornrow's gone. Now I'm going to brush down Christina's hair into this new head of hair that we've created. Now see how the 2 hairs nicely blended. But that's obviously because Christina took her time to get the right extensions. You could get the right color, and sometimes it's so hard to get the right color, especially when the hair is all nicely colored in different colors. Okay, just a little bit. That's your hair naturally. What I just do is just let it slip a bit. Okay, I'm gonna show my gorgeous model. Okay, so now I've blended both hairs. You can see Christina's hair and the extensions. See how they're blending in together. And remember we said about being able to hold it in a bun. There she is. That's all her hair down there and all over. So now she can actually lift this hair to whatever direction she wants to send it. And so that's her hair completely connected with the extensions. And the blending of colors is entirely down to how we choose the extension itself. And there's no hint at all of the extension we put in. See how my hand goes through. So Christina, you put your hand, just touch your hair.
I like it.
And I'm going to show you a mirror where you see the back and you'll be like, wow. Okay, tell us how you love your hair.
I love it. It's really nice.
Yes. So that's our gorgeous, glamorous, gorgeous Christina. We love it. This is all some of her natural hair trying to coil itself. When you finish, you can always straighten it if you feel like it. I'm blending it all in. But it's so beautiful. So that's our model for you. Now hold on, let me show how gorgeous she looks. Wow, look at that. I love her necklace. Look at. See all your long hair now?
Yeah.
Yeah, now you can go to your Christmas party and look all beautiful. Or New Year's party. There you have it. You saw it all happen. That's our model. So there you have it. What do we stand here for? We stand for healthy, beautiful, glamorous, natural hairstyles. That's what the braiding and extension stands for. So you notice we did not use any chemicals in creating this design. It was just needle and thread and a bit of cornrow on the track, stitch it in, and that's it. Who are the celebrities wearing this type of hairstyle? Now, top on the list of celebrities wearing this way of doing hair extensions is Kim Kardashian. And of course, there's so many more who are beginning to understand that with the stitching, your hair doesn't get damaged, your hair is tucked in safely, and your hair grows. And we have so many ways of creating this design. We have the continuous stitching, we have the continuous tracks, and then now the skip track. So there's so many ways of creating it. Now you could go as far as using 3 bags of hair if you wanted. In this particular case, we use 1.5 pack of hair extension. And you see how full that hair turned out to be. Okay, so you remember when we started, we said we were not showing you cornrows. Now, if you wanted to know how to create cornrows, we have a DVD for that. This DVD shows you how to put the cornrow in It shows you how to put extensions in the cornrow, and then the rest is what we've just done, which you saw how that happened. The other thing we didn't show you, we said we're going to show you, was what do I use in taking out these extensions? Is this little thing here called a seam ripper. You see how sharp it is at the tape? All it does is just picks up the thread that we put in and you just pull it through, because it's very, very sharp down there. It saves you a lot of stress when you try to use scissors to take out extensions, because this just picks the thread and that's all it picks. It's not picking the client's hair. So this is how I'm able to create amazing, glamorous, healthy hair on my clients, and the hair grows even longer in the extensions. So as usual, we recommend you learn the right way of doing things. You have the choice. You can come to us here and we train you, or you can just get, like you've done, get your DVD. If you still have issues and questions, you're not sure what you saw, email us. We're happy to support you. And if you think, okay, I still want to be with Joy to understand what she actually did, which we take our time to explain every action, feel free, come to us, or send us your questions, or Skype us. We're happy to support you. Or follow us on YouTube again as usual, Facebook. We have everything going on out there. We don't keep anything to ourselves, because our biggest strength here is to share knowledge, and that's what we love to do, which is what we've done. Now remember, there's so many series in this group of things we train you on. We train you practically on every style that's natural. That's what water braiding is all about. Come to us whenever you need help to know how to create an amazing business out of the natural hair and extensions industry. So we thank you for buying our DVD, and we look forward to seeing you in the next DVD.